Yo, what's up? This is your girl, Thais Too Real. Forgive me for how I'm looking, y'all. It's been raining the whole time down here, so I ain't been going nowhere. I've been chilling. But I'm glad you tuned in today. So what I want to discuss today is I want to talk to mothers, especially black mothers. Raise your sons to be men, because and all mothers should do this. All mothers, whether you're pink, purple, black, white, I really don't care, but especially black mothers, because our black sons already have a target on their back from the time that they're born, you know what I'm saying? So anything they do will be looked at, and it's going to be judged in the public's eye depending on what it is and the factors. But I'm going to just tell you straight up, if you don't raise your sons the correct way, if you don't raise them to be respectful, you know what I'm saying, you should want to raise them to have a dream, have goals, you know what I'm saying, to aspire to be something great, you know, to be, you know what I'm saying, what a black man's supposed to be and what any man should be, you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you straight up, because I have a son myself, and he's the most important thing in my life, and I'm raising him right. I teach him, you know what I'm saying. He's my right-hand man. No, I'm not perfect, but I teach him, you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, to, you know, if you don't raise that young boy, it's only two things that's going to happen. Either he going to grow up and the police department or somebody's going to kill him. Either you're going to be burying him or you're going to go see him in jail. And that's just straight up. Raise your men. I mean, raise your sons. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do your job, it's going to show. Because like I said, you either going to go see him in jail or you're going to be burying him at a young age. Just straight up. Because I just, you know, I'm just scrolling down my timeline. I just see so many, you know, guys are so disrespectful. And once again, it seems like, you know, most black men are some of the most disrespectful men, you know, and young boys. And it starts at a young age, you know what I'm saying? It really do. And you wonder why, you know, so you wonder why the jails are overflowing, why so many African American men are so, locked up. Why so many of us, a lot of us are not, you know, black men are not, uneducated, you know, drop out of school at an early age, you know what I'm saying? It's up to that mother to make sure she's doing her job, because, you know, just looking at different things, I seen a video where they said, I guess the girl was cheating on him, and he beats, you know, he hit the dude, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Then he turns around and hit the girl, then he hit the other girl. That's not cool, you know what I'm saying? Then I was reading through some of the comments. The comments was just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, it's laughing out loud and stuff like that. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing right here. Like, you know, I'm going to raise my son. Don't hit women. Because number one, you should love your mother, you know, and I know he loved me. You know, you don't want nobody doing that to your mother. But number two, you might fuck around and hit the wrong girl. She going to fucking kill you. Real, you know, straight up, straight the fuck up, you know. And I'm just reading through some of the comments on these things, like, when did it become cool to beat on women? If you hit women, you are a bitch ass nigga, and you a bitch and a half. And what I come to realize from my own personal experience is, most men who hit women, they a bitch. They won't hit no nigga. You know what I'm saying? If they do, they gonna pick on niggas that's smaller than them. They won't go pick on a nigga that's their own size. You know what I'm saying? And I was just reading through comments and looking at stuff. You know, like I said, the video was really disturbing to watch and everything. And I just want to know, when did it become cool to hit on women? You don't get no cool points for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no cool points for being disrespectful, you know, and stuff like that. You don't get no cool points, you know. And it just seemed like black men are just so disrespectful towards us, you know what I'm saying? Or just people in public. I seen one time where I witnessed where I was watching a video where a young black male, you know what I'm saying, was an older woman. He hits her and beat her up, and everybody's standing around watching and laughing. That's not cool, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're living in a society today where if you don't raise your son, you either gonna bury him or you're gonna go see him in jail. I mean, the prisons are they're overpopulated, they're flooded. And you know, some people think it's cool going to jail back and back and back. But see, what happens is now we no longer have modern day slavery. We know slavery doesn't exist. Racism still exists. So they have to get you a new way. What they do is they get you labeled. And when I mean labeled, what I'm saying is, so certain things you do, you get, you know, labeled as a felon. You know what I'm saying? And when as a felon, it stops you from being able to do certain things. Like you can't vote, you can't have a gun, you can't get, you know, certain jobs and things like that. You're labeled now. So they no longer do they have to put the whip to your back. No longer do they have to make you go in a cotton field. You know what I'm saying? No longer do they have to make you be the slave, because now most of our young black men, and I'm, you know, even black women at times or whatever, they're in mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? They're enslaved in their mind. It's mental. So what they do is they get you a different way. They get you an education. They get you labeled. Because it's a damn shame, I think, that people die for us to have, an education and to read a book. And some of us, you can't get us to even read a goddamn line. And some of us can't even read. It's a real pity that we have people who died for us to have that right. And it's really crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you have to go to college or trade school, whatever it is. But what I am saying is be the best that you can be. You should at least want to go to, graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? I do understand there's certain circumstances as well, because I know a lot of people who didn't even graduate high school, didn't go to college, no nothing, they're successful, and they got common sense. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm talking about the ignorant individuals. You know what I'm saying? It's a new type of slavery. And most of it is we're enslaving ourselves. And like I'm saying, I'm just reading down my timeline today. Most, the young black men, and I'm talking to my young black mothers, raise your sons. Because if you don't raise them and you let the streets raise them, you're going to bury them. Or you're going to see him in jail. It's nothing worse than a disrespectful child and disrespect. Respect your elders. I mean, it's just so much going on in the world today. And, I just want to keep, get your thoughts and your opinions and stuff today, because I'm just curious. When did disrespecting your elders and disrespecting women and putting your hands on women becoming cool? You have a mother. And then, like I said, the guys that do this, they wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Then you wonder why, they be wondering why, trying to say, oh, it's the white man's fault we can't get a job. Oh, it's this. They try to blame everything on the white man. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's your fault because you an ignorant, disrespectful little son of a bitch. And you should want to do better. And, and I'm going to even be keeping 100. Some of these young black men are lost. They don't know how to do better because, number one, they wasn't taught. They wasn't raised. You know what I'm saying? So, to a certain degree, I blame them. But to a certain degree, can't blame them all the way. You got to blame that mother. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing cool about it. And, like I said, I watched that video a few times, and I just really got upset. I got sick to my stomach because I'm just trying to see, when did our society make this shit acceptable? When did our culture make it acceptable? When did we make it acceptable? And if you notice, I'm saying we. And it's just, like I said, all women raise your sons, but especially black mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had one girl, I was working with her, whatever, and she was like, she let her son cuss and call her friend bitches and stuff like that. And I'm looking at her like, bitch, you the problem. You are part of the motherfucking problem. Like, really? Are you serious? You already raising him to go down the wrong road. Then if you have to bury him, he gets shot, you know what I'm saying, for being ignorant and stupid. You want to sit there and cry. Nah. Just a word of advice, word of encouragement. Raise your sons, because if you let the streets do it and you don't do it right, you know what I'm saying, they will be buried. You will be burying them, or you're going to be going to see them in jail. And I know no mother wants to see her son behind jail. I mean, we just got to do better. I mean, let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nowadays, it's mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? We're enslaved in our own minds. And until we wake up and realize that things are not going to change, and it's just really sad. It's pitiful. And I was just flabbergasted when I watched this video, and like I said, if you look on Facebook, you see this stuff all the time. So that's just all I want to say on that today. It's raining here, so I'm just chilling with my son. And I just want to, your thoughts, your comments, weigh in and everything, like that. And like I said, just for me to be corrected, because I know some people might try to correct me. It's just not a black, like, I'm not just talking about black mothers. I'm talking to all mothers, but especially to black mothers with everything that's been going on with the police shootings and everything, the incarceration rate, the the education rate, the poverty rate, and everything is, everything else. So it's been your girl Tyrese Too Will. That was my opinion. You can look on Facebook. The videos there is went viral. So until next time, as always, be safe. And I'm out.